afternoon, everyone. Before I start crying, I just want to thank you all for being here. Words cannot even describe how I feel. For those of you who don't know, let me just tell you quickly what my life has been in the last month. I got approved to come to America to spend the rest of my life with Polly, with a wedding date of today, but he never officially proposed. I've been introduced to so many people who love the Lord. I went line dancing, ate at Kraska's Chicken in LA. Went to the Hillsong United concert at the Staples Center, jumped out of the plane last week where Polly asked me to marry him. Had a bachelor party 2 hours later, and here we are 5 days later getting married. And next week, we are going to all of the amusement parks starting with Disneyland. Is this how Americans roll? I've always wanted to do that. I've been watching Pastor Miles the last year and always see him do that. And when Polly visited in the Philippines, he Skyped into a Bible study. And when I said, "Who's the man?" everyone went crazy and thought it was awesome. But honestly, when I was thinking about moving to America for Polly, it was a life-changing decision. I have never been so scared in my life to make that move. I only have one blood-related person in my life, and that is my mom, who could not be here today. My dad left me when my mom told him she was pregnant with me. I don't have any brothers or sisters to turn to. I never imagined my life in another country, especially without my mom, and it was the hardest decision I've ever had to make. I surrendered everything to God and told him I will follow his lead if this is what his will for me. But just to please take care of me. Wow, he kept his promise. The people I met at the church, especially in 1825 Cafe, even before I landed in Los Angeles on Facebook, has shown me love I have never experienced in my life. The transition I am currently making brings so much comfort to myself and to my mom. Thank you so much for embracing me in the community. Thank you for your prayers, encouragement, and supporting us. To my mom, or in Tagalog, my nanay, I wish you're here right now. Though you can make it to my special day and my happiest day of my life, I know you are more than happy than me right now. Just want to thank you for raising me so well, for all the struggles and hard work you've done just for me to have a good life, for being the best mother and a father I never had. When you told me the real story of my father, I was so angry, mad, and couldn't forgive him. And then I said to myself, my whole life will be incomplete and full of hatred, and I don't want a man in my life because of him being a coward to become a father. But then you told me, my daughter, God has a reason for everything, why he left us. Believe me, only having God in our life and to forgive your father is the only way you will be complete. As I drew closer to God, I learned to forgive my father, and now God gave me a man in my life. You let your only princess to be with her prince, because you said my happiness is your happiness, and so I don't have to go through with the things you have gone through, and that you only want the best for me, and the man who will love me unconditional will never leave me forever. I thank you for loving Paul as your son and giving us your blessings. I miss you so much, Nari, and I love you so much. I'm praying for you always. I believe God will make us together again, and from the moment I promise we will never be apart again. I'll see you soon. To Paul's dad, stepmom, Marisa, little sister, Katrina, thank you for the huge influence in his life. He's an amazing man. I hope one day soon I can tell you that in person, and I can't wait for that day. Thank you to Polly's mom, Tita Edna, for treating me as a real daughter since my mom is not here, and for being a mother who loves her daughter unconditionally. Thank you, Uncle Joe, for being a father I never had, who I only knew for 2 weeks. Thank you, Barbara, who I only know for 10 minutes. Thank you, babe, for bringing me closer to God, and thank you, God, God for answering my prayer. I ask God to draw me close to Him and to put a godly man in my life. Never in my life did I expect a guy with tattoos and a lot of muscles from New York that has a passion for the Lord to be that guy to lead me. This is the best dream I never imagined. Thank you everyone for welcoming me to my new home. I love you all so much.
Just gonna ask my sister to come up here. Someone asked me a couple weeks ago, so you're doing a simple wedding. So have you guys ever been to a wedding and you have your fine crystal glasses and you have the silverware and when you do a little ding ding, what does everyone do when you do a little ding ding? Ding ding ding. Kiss, right? So we just decided that if you guys wanted to kiss, all you have to say is, "Who's the man?" Jesus. I figured you all know that. All right, Barbara, would you like to come up here?
So, hello everybody. I'm Barbara, Paul's older sister, better known as Bob in New Jersey. When he was young, he couldn't pronounce my name. And when I met somebody earlier this morning and said, I'm the sister, they said, "Oh, you're the younger sister." And I said, "Yes, I'm the one in college." I'm actually nearing 40. I have a 7 and a 5-year-old, Paul's niece and nephew, who are so upset, and my husband Mike, so sad they couldn't be here. But you know, a wedding day is not it's the end of planning, but it's the beginning of so many things. And you know, thinking about Lea, your mom not being here, it's just, she'll be here and we'll all get back together and celebrate her coming as well, because we can't wait to meet her as well. So first I do want to thank all of you. Paul's already said this, but really from the bottom of my heart,